Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
Well, it seems like we say the same thing, doesn't it, going into every season? And it's part of being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. There's no bigger spotlight in sports. The pressure is on you from day one, and Dak Prescott has never shied away from any of it. So can he get back healthy? Can he be out there for all the regular season games? Because when he's been healthy and that group around him has been intact, they're a perennial playoff contender. Can they get back to that? I think that's what everyone around the league is wondering. And a lot of that success down in Dallas is going to come down to the play at quarterback by Dak Prescott.
They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll go again here with Williams. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this defense, they have come to play here. They're starting this game physical, flying to the ball. They are defending every blade of grass, and they're letting these guys know early on, if you come in our area, you better be ready to play through contact.
And the Vikings have the takeaway.
And that's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball. They knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy. But really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league.
11 yards on the pass there. First, now, Brian Schottenheimer disagrees on the sideline, and he's going to throw the red challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just 1 challenge for the remainder of the game. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Left side, caught by Lamb. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First time to Lamb in this one. And it's a first down.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play. The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
On the play fake, Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Now it is 1st and goal. To throw is Dak. This one is pulled in on the feet and bounds. Yes! Touchdown, Dallas.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1, What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They try to hold on to the football this time. Had the fumble on the opening possession, which led to a touchdown. So they trail early as they get it back 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He takes off. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And that ball incomplete over the middle. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Kenneth Murray in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. The Cowboys offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Dak. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Third and short. Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's going to run it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. Prescott. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's a 2nd and 9. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. Here's 2nd and 9. As we are ready to get back underway. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire...
And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He knocks it through. Cowboys move out on top, 14-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Price now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. This group slow to get things in gear in this one. Lost fumble on the opening drive, followed by a punt last time they had it. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They run it once more with Jones. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. First down throw there is incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Here comes the screen to Jones. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Kristen Darrisaw, a first-round pick in 2021. Guilty that time. On second down, here's McCarthy. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And third down coming up.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
He tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I think the second that ball left his hand, he wanted to pull it immediately back. I mean, he is lucky, Mike. That ball didn't end up going the other way. He almost gifted them a short field and maybe even some points.
Here's Ryan Wright now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. The Cowboys offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Out of his own end zone, Prescott. Open, left side is Schoonmaker. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down, they need 7. Back near his goal line, Prescott. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to get that first down. Tackle made up at the 13.
And they needed that one, didn't they? I mean, you're backed up. If you go 3 and out there, you're giving the other guys the ball back with great field position. So really nice job there by the back, knowing exactly what he needed to get. And after that nice run, he picks up first down.
In motion, Lamb. Dak can throw it here on first down. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and inches. Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That is Ferguson in motion. Now it's Williams. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. Here's Dak to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Play action now. Prescott. Throw on the run is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
So I really like the decision here that you're going to throw the ball to one of your big tight ends, but it's the personnel grouping that you do it out of. Bring as many big bodies onto the field as possible, stay with the passing game, and you're able to find one of those big tight ends for a 1st down.
On the give, it's Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
2nd down, Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. The veteran safety, Harrison Smith, there on the stop. Second and 5. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's brought in right side by Pickens. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. is Prescott. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. To throw is Dak. This one caught at the 4. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Halftime is looming, but a chance to build on that already sizable lead right here. First and goal. Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Price now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over possession of the football. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he'll be out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. And let's see what caused it. From the gun, here's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. First down, Prescott. That's into the hands of Lamb. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That's on Tyler Guyton, the tackle. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Left side, caught by Lamb. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He'll try to run for it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
He'll look over the middle and find his running back. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Prescott. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Ty Felton now on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Jones to begin this drive. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. He is depleted on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
3rd down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Minnesota.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Cowboys offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches.
tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Williams gets it on the draw. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Prescott from the gun on third down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Back to throw is Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Prescott again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That's Jonathan Grenard busting in to record the sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Price now to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Give it to Jones. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. They call that on the former 2nd rounder, Brian O'Neill. On the give, it's Jones. And he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up 2nd and long. Here's McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds. Third and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. On the play fake. Dak under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Jonathan Grenard in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. A quick slant taken by Lamb. That'll be good for 11 yards, still short of the first down marker, and 3rd down coming up.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
3rd and short. Prescott. He's across midfield. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down. A give, and here comes Williams. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6. On play action, here's Dak. In trouble, and down he goes.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the snack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
Off his foot, Mike, this ball was just never on target. He might have been hoping for it to work a little left to right, but it just didn't want to cooperate. It ends up staying wide left.
The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run. It's Jones. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the draw, here's Jones. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You can feel the frustration starting to build, can't you? It's in their body language. It's how they're getting in and out of the huddle. There's no tempo. There's no energy. Somebody needs to get that huddle, look them in the face and say, hey, guys, we can either sleepwalk through the rest of this game and lose, or somebody be the jump start that we need to really find our rhythm and timing.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down. On the handoff, Jones. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Minnesota.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Reichert. He's got it, and the Vikings get back in it. It is 21-7. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. One play, 80 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go. Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. We'll start this drive with first down. Up to throw is McCarthy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Former third overall pick, Quinton Williams, getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in second and long.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
It's actually a really nice job there on second down, putting this into a third and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that first down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
He's got his tight end, Hawkinson, and he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Second and 10. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate, and an opportunity for a big shot, you end up falling short.
To the air once more is McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Osa Odiguzua in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's third down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Looking to throw, McCarthy. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're in my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down on what will be a big play there for fourth and long.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
In motion, it's Jefferson. On second down, here's McCarthy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do,
and he's in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. Reichert now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings are able to edge a bit closer. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Play fake. Prescott. Brought in right side by Pickens. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
he took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down. Prescott. Left side, caught by Lamb. Third and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
Little surprising here, Mike. They continue to throw the ball with this type of lead here in the fourth quarter, but with the day they've had, I don't know if I could really blame them. I mean, with the amount of man coverage that they're seeing, right now, the quarterback's just saying, what's my best matchup? Who do I love to gain separation? And just throw him the ball, and for the most part of the game, it's continued to work.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
One more time for Williams. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards, but we'll need to check on the call. The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. Now Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. This a must stop for this defense. Facing third and long. Here's Dak to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. They're going to stop him here, short of the goal line, but that flag is down, and it might set up a very interesting decision. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a 31-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Cowboys will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Hawkinson in motion. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. It is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And it's really been their inability of the offensive line to keep the quarterback upright. And it's a big reason why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. On 4th down, here's McCarthy. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for 1st and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. From the 20, here's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. In motion, Lamb. Dak going to push this one forward. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Third down, 3 to go. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take them down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback. Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Oh, right at the outside, he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It's a really important conversion right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. They're going to have a fresh set of downs here and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of the drive and finish the drive with some points?
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Now McCarthy. The throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Now here's Aaron Jones. And he is putting in the work. Dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it once more with Jones. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Here comes the screen to Jones. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
So sometimes the best way to defend some of these physical receivers and tight ends is to bring the fight right to them, is to get up, challenge them, contact, dislodge the ball. And now listen, that's easier said than done, but as we just saw, if you can do it, it works wonders.
He'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on third down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Short kick taken at the 17. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback. Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there, stop him for no gain.
It's another run here for Williams. And they gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And the running back's going to get all the stats and all the glory, but make no mistake about it, Mike, that was a great team effort on that run play. Everyone executing their blocking assignments to perfection. He's able to pick up a nice gain and fresh set of downs.
And he lost the football. Looked like one of the Cowboys was there to recover. Indeed, they will keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Not fun here. Third and a lot. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. They'll go again here with Williams. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Pass completed right side to Ferguson. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That one on the tackle, Terrence Steele. Dak to throw. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On second down, it's Dak. Quick throw, taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Throwing is Prescott. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. Price now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Here's Hawkinson in motion. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Throw on the run is complete. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 33 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Third down and 3. To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. To the air once more is McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Now it is 1st and goal. McCarthy going to look to throw again. Flush to his right, and he will give himself up at the end of that one.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. In motion, it's Jefferson. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Donovan is a Raku getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
The last drive yielded 3. They'd like more. Let's see what happens on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Now a handoff. Jones. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Jones will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Reichert. It's up and good. And the Vikings take a 10-3 lead. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams, and he'll get about 5. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. He's got it! And he will go all the way. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Ty Felton now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And a nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They have had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
So 4th down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and George Pickens out for their next possession. first and 10. Prescott. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Here comes 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down. Play fake. Prescott. Got away open downfield on the crossing route. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. That's good for a Dallas first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see...
Kevin O'Connell made the decision, and he will throw the red challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. 2nd and 10. Prescott. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, Cowboys.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can come.
And he's in! Touchdown, Cowboys!
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Price now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense ready to take over once again. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Up the middle, here's Jones. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Malik Hooker there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. It's McCarthy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
He'll try the left side with Jones. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top. Throwing again is McCarthy. Now, flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington and AT&T Stadium. After this, work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They mark him down near the 2. Well, 3rd and 19, no problem. They pick it up on 3rd and long.
I love the aggressive approach. You don't want to give the ball back to your opponent in this situation. So they dial up a shot play, push the ball downfield. Result.
And he will do it himself. He's in. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota. The ability for the quarterback to run with it. Greg, great choice there as he gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, what makes the zone read so effective down near the goal line is it forces the defense to account for an extra player. In this case, it's the quarterback. And when he sees that end crash, he pulls it, and he's able to take it in himself.
Reichard, good with the extra point. And the Vikings will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. A first down throw for Prescott. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. It's second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On second down, it's Dak. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
On third down, Prescott. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll run it with Williams. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. He's tackled down by Byron Murphy. Second and 5. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that'll set up fourth down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the score remains level. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. On the draw, here's Jones. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's McCarthy. His pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. And he will have a first down, and they're into field goal range now at the 30.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. Pushed out to his left, taking off. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is McCarthy. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
It's 3rd and 4. Here's McCarthy. The ball comes out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, here's Turpin. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. Now it's Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
Left side, caught by Lamb. Down the sideline. And he will score. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Auburn, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys will go up by 7. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Price now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Vikings offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On play action, here's McCarthy. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Quinnen Williams in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on first down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
On second down, here's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. That pass play good for 22. It'll be a Vikings first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I think that's just a case of a right call at the wrong time, Mike. You typically want to run a draw in more of an obvious passing situation. In this case, the defense was expecting run, and they're able to just eat up that draw play.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. There's that man again. Another catch. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. Now McCarthy. A ball deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. It's back out now to kick this one away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Prescott on first down. Headed left, buying time. And with defenders closing in, he says enough is enough and slides to a halt there. A big play for the Cowboys. 32 yards.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
On the give, it's Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Here's a 2nd and 6.
I got it.
Prescott now. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. the bootleg. It's McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he's going to be stopped well short of the 1st down. Gain of 6, but it brings up 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 1st and 10, Prescott. A diving effort there, just out of his reach. Incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long.
Hey, that's your man. That's your man.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 13 yards on the catch there. 1st down, Cowboys.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go with Williams. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
facing 3rd and long. That's out wide to Williams. He's going to be out of bounds, short of the marker, but maybe more importantly, there is a flag down. Let's get the call. So on 4th down, here comes the veteran, Brian Anger. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. That is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever, you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On play action. Here's Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big play for the Cowboys. And even 50 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and
he will take it in himself. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. His kick is good. And the Cowboys tack on one more to their lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Price now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. On first down, here's McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
McCarthy to the air on second down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball. Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
On second down, it's Jones. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Minnesota.
There's two elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them align. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. And this is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
McCarthy going to throw again here on second and 10. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Third and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On first and 10, it's McCarthy. To the outside, it's looked in by Addison. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On A Missouri read, it's McCarthy. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This will be a 38-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. It's back out now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Man. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Williams gets it on the draw, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost him 5. On second down, it's Dak. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Going for it all. That is hard to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Dallas. That his 2nd touchdown tonight.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Vikings offense about ready to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field, and we need to check this call. Now McCarthy. Oh, the ball's out. And no turnover here, but one of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. He runs straight ahead with Jones. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
But just think back here in this game alone. How many drives have been undone as the result of their inability to protect the passer? They just can't keep a clean pocket, and they just keep going backwards.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. On 4th down, here's McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That's caught! And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No two-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Cowboys offense back onto the field for their next possession. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll be brought down, but what a run down to the 40. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, right back to Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. They'll go again here with Williams. Good running inside the 25. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
It's another run here for Williams. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
3rd and short. Prescott. And he'll take it on in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. The Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Price now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. This one not quite on target. Let him too much. That one falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
There are certain play calls where the quarterback is going to start with the running back. He's running a choice. He's the primary option of the play. But that's not the case here. You could see the quarterback work through his entire progression, found the running back late, and it led to a big pickup.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
He'll complete that to his fullback. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
You know, we can sit up here all day long and critique the quarterback Mike, and you can see his eyes aren't downfield. He's a little jittery in the pocket. But with the amount he's been sacked and hit today, Mike, I can't say I really blame him.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. His pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
They'll put Addison in motion. On first down, here's McCarthy. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on down. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle is made at the 23-yard line.
And this is what happens when your offensive line and your back are in sync and on the same page. Great job by the O-line distorting the defense at the point of attack, and then the running back understanding where that hole is, hitting it full speed, brings up a fresh set of downs.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we